And there I was, in shock and awe, but oddly satisfied. Good evening, everyone. My name is Jawan Smoot, and I will be talking to you all about diversity in culture. According to Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., he said this famous quote: "An individual has not yet started living until he can rise above the narrow confines of his individualistic concerns to the broader concerns of all humanity." Nowadays, nowadays, diversity is a big thing, especially when it's related to cultures. Culture, in my own words, is just the shared experiences of different groups of people coming together to make what we call now a salad bowl. A salad bowl was ultimately called the melting pot. It just means where everyone is put into an environment or subculture, and it just spreads out and disperses from here to here to here. Culture is everywhere. Culture is in the TV shows we watch. Culture is in the food. Culture is in singers. So how we have different genres of singers like country, R&B, hip hop, heavy metal, pop. Those are all different cultures because no, I am not one that particularly likes heavy metal, but hey, who's to say that this group of people that are so into heavy metal, that have festivals, all this stuff about heavy metal music or that genre, that's their culture. That's something they share with others. However, my personal experience that I've seen with diversity in culture is that it's a great thing. It opens so many avenues and just opens the door for enlightenment. For me, joining the military, it was definitely a culture shock. And there was a little bit of culture clash because me coming from Illinois and then moving to an aspect where I'm confined to certain restraints, and I don't have the ability to be just a civilian as I was, it was a culture shock. And then I had to learn to be open to dealing with people that are not specifically people that I would hang out with if I wasn't in the military. The military is a great thing because this salad bowl, even though it's a small chunk, it has so many diversities. We have Latino, Hispanic, we have African American, we have Caucasian, we have Korean, we have Asian, we have Pacific Islanders. We have all these different types of cultures that come together, and when we have big parties, big get-togethers, everyone brings in their own thing. Lumpia, as I referred to in the beginning of the video, that's a food that my best friend cooked for me and showed me, hey, this is a part of my culture, the Filipino culture, that, hey, I want to share with you. And with me, I'm really into dance, which is not necessarily just a African American culture type of ordeal, but when it comes to hip hop and various styles, even though I've taken other cultures, I can pass it along to her. Culture and diversity go hand in hand because they correlate with each other. You can't have diversity without culture because diversity is culture. When you do diversity in culture, it could be a good thing and a bad thing. Right now, diversity as far as races with African Americans, Caucasian, and Hispanic, even though they're the top three leading races, there is a lot of diversity. And it's mainly because we're not aware of each other's culture, and we're that culture clash, us butting heads, is something that is hindering us. Now, I personally like diversity. I didn't like it at first, but when I learned to see that the reason why we have our own culture is because of the diversity, I became more open to it, and I saw that, hey, diversity is what makes culture Because if my culture And my way of doing things was just like this person and this person and this person. It would be a culture, but ultimately nobody would be different. We all would be doing the same thing, and it would ultimately be boring, and everyone would be the same. Nothing would stand out, nothing would be different. It would just be one big cycle of, hey, we're doing the same thing over and over. And then soon as something different pops up, boom, chaos. Boom, I don't know what to do. Boom, I don't like this. Okay, we need to get out of here. Because ultimately, sometimes when people have the ignorance of not knowing a certain culture, they'll try to exclude it or push it out of the way, which is sad. But I think raising awareness and just being aware of the diversity in cultures, different cultures, that's definitely something that we can push out to other people. So to wrap up, just to reiterate, me talking about diversity in culture, this was just in correlation with the paper I did. It talked and gave more facts about diversity in culture, but it talked about the different aspects. So it talked about the diversity in cultures and mainly music, food, stats, things of that nature. But the main thing that I want all of you to take out of this video is diversity is great, and that's what makes cultures cultures. Because if we all had the same culture, we wouldn't have diversity. And that's all I have to say. Hopefully you all enjoyed the video. Leave comments below. I'll talk to you all later.